I'm going to start with Market Insight. That is my absolute favorite one. Market Insights for me has been very successful when I'm doing open houses. I actually have some permaflyers, stand-up boards that I bring to my open houses that show an example of a Market Insight report and sell people on the Market Insight, because everybody should be on a Market Insight, whether you're considering buying or selling, or you think you're never going to sell. That's knowing what your home is worth and what's going on in your neighborhood impacts your equity, which can impact what you can pull out of your home at some point in time to do projects or something. So I think that everybody should care about that information. And so I have been able to capture leads from open houses by having that value in that report to offer people. Great question. I found, people are really inundated with email these days from everywhere. So when I used to verbally tell people, oh, I have this amazing report, it can be just for this neighborhood, et cetera, I got a lot of people saying, oh, it's okay, I already get emails, I can look that information up online anyways. And then I'm sitting there trying to justify and tell them, you actually can't find this information on the internet, so specific and wonderful. So by the visual, I will wait until they look at it, and then I'm like, hey, this is what I have to offer, and it has helped so much. I don't think it's difficult. You just learn it, and then once you know it, it's easy from there. So I've had clients that have given me feedback. I think it's likely that people have had an app from maybe another company. So the feedback I have had is that they have really truly liked the John L. Scott app over any other that they've used. And so that has given me peace of mind, and it's totally worth learning the system so that they can have an awesome experience on their end. Housing updates. I love the housing updates, and I love that they are specific to county, because it's just a value that we're adding that is specific, that again, they're not able to really go get that information in that pretty form and easy to digest way. So it has to come from us. And I have a client that lives in one county but has a rental property in another county and wants to invest in that county more. So he's super impressed that he gets those reports each month, one for where he lives and one for where his investment properties are. I think that when you can break it down by price point and they see that, it's even more specific and catered to them and where they're at. And you can be in one price point, but you can be wanting to invest or buy in a different price point. So being able to see the different price points and data that may be relevant to you now, or you may want that data to be relevant to you in a year or 2 years down the road, and just all in one report, it's beautiful. It represents me and it represents my brand. And data can be kind of boring, and if it's just in a spreadsheet, it's over. Some people love it, but it's not for everybody. So when it's appealing to the eye and it's easy to digest, I think it appeals to everyone. Your engineers are still going to love it, but the people that wouldn't dig into a spreadsheet are going to be so happy that they can actually understand that data. The colors and the graphs. So I do love Market Insights, because when you first open the email, you get a ton of data, and it's easy to understand, and the graphics and the way they work, it's quite simple. But for the people that want to dig further and they want to look into the full report, there's so much more for them. So I really think that Market Insights is meeting people where they're at, and they can, dive into it as much as they want to, which is fantastic. I love Property Tracker because using it with the app and having everything branded to me is super, super helpful. I think when our clients are using other companies' apps or programs, that can be a little dangerous, right? You want your face to be in front of your clients. And so it gives me peace of mind knowing that they like software, it's easy for them to use, and then my face is the one that they're seeing when they're seeing these properties and that they're reaching out to me. Oh my gosh, I would say use these tools. When I was new in my career, I had access, we had Market Insights, we had all of these things, maybe in different forms, but we had them, and I wasted a lot of time on other things. And once you get busy with real estate, it's exciting, and you have to meet the needs of your buyers and sellers, and then it's harder to come back and get these tools done. And I tell every new broker coming into my office, sit down and get every single person you know in your life on market insights and housing updates. And I think that will feed your business 5, 10, 20 years from now. You're really building this solid foundation that, business can be great, but when it slows down, if all of those people have been hearing from you nicely once or twice a month, that you're going to be in a much different place with your business than if you didn't set those things up. Okay, so using John L. Scott tools for me on social media is huge because I'm busy and I'm working my business. And so using those tools, they look professional, they represent me the way I want to be represented, and they're ready to go. So it's so easy to share on social media. You don't have to spend the time sitting there creating reports that people may or may not want to see. And so having Property Tracker, Market Insights, or the Housing Update, or anything else to use and share with people, one, it makes you look incredibly professional, and you can be a brand new agent, and overnight you look like you've been doing this for so long, and nobody is even going to ask or wonder how long you've been in the business when you have these tools representing you. So I love using them on social media for that reason. It's very, very impressive. Here, download my own app. People really think it's your app, and it is. And so we are so empowered with those things and being branded to us and all of that. I think video is so important because everyone else is doing video, and it's become more popular, and it's what people will stop and watch when they're scrolling through their feeds on social media. They want to see a person talking, they can get to the point quickly, and everything else is starting to really fade into the background. And there's no other way that you can more efficiently connect with people with less effort and time on your part than doing video. And they can get a sense of you and who you are, and if they resonate with you. And I think that is so powerful. I live my life as a contribution by working in my community. I live specifically in Everett, and there are a lot of families and such struggling there. So I'm really passionate about working with the food banks and children in school that can't afford lunches and things like that. And that is where I'm really happy giving back.